I hope you guys did better than I did today. I only traded 4 stocks, and 3 of them was just one quick scalp and done. I just didn't see anything I wanted to trade. And I told you yesterday in the earnings video, the earnings prep video, that I probably was going to be really cautious, and I was only looking at two, and that was HIMS. And well, Circle. Okay, Circle's the big one I missed. I'll go over that. I bet a bunch of you made money on that. That was fantastic. HIMS and ASTS I watched. I did make money on ASTS, but just a quick scalp. And I decided to trade it in the morning when the excitement was there because I was really worried about their earnings. And I was correct. It did not disappoint. They were not good, or they did disappoint. All right. And then ACHR, it was just a disappointment. There really wasn't any money there to trade. All right. I made $123.38. Nothing, I mean, not even a good day, but better than going red. And I really just sat on my hands all day. I had no FOMO. I wasn't thinking, oh my God, I gotta trade, I gotta trade. I just didn't care. So that was a really good attitude to have. That's something I've had to fight for a long time and I've had to struggle with. And so just getting past that feeling of needing to trade has been real big for me. So I'm happy with today. All right, let's go check out Circle for sure because I missed that. And then we'll check out ASTS and I'll show you how I trade it in the morning. And then we'll look at tomorrow's earnings and I'll show you what I'm looking at. All right, let's go. Okay, guys, I took one trade pre-market is all, and I'm going to show you why I didn't continue trading this. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I love marking levels. So I love coming over here. First of all, the ticker symbol was ODYS. It was running quite well in the morning. It went from at 5 a.m. my time, so that's 8 o'clock New York time. So it went from about $4.40 all the way to $13.57 in what looks like a matter of about a half hour, maybe 20 minutes. But I'm going to show you something. When I brought up the daily chart to mark my levels, because I like to mark prior levels of areas of concern, like where a stock might turn around, like right here, some support or resistance, you might call it, or just anywhere where it kind of hung out and maybe consolidated. Well, there, by the time I saw the stock, it was over $7.50. It was in this area. So there was nothing to mark. So I just said, well, I don't normally trade that, but I like the price point because I'm trying to not trade those penny stocks and the $1 and $2 stocks in pre-market. I'm really trying to bypass that because I'm not that great at it. So I'm trying to see if my profit every day can just be better if I get rid of those stocks that I tend to give money away on. So what I did is I took 100 shares right here at $8.53 and I just happened to see it right in this area, saw that it had no levels, so I had really nothing to go by. You'll notice here that my volume bars, for some weird reason, it's every now and then I have no volume bars and it can go on for a while. And then they finally kicked in here. So I was literally trading blind. However, I did have the volume per candle for the last candle and the candle that I was on. So that's the current candle volume and the previous candle volume. And then I also had this that tells me if sellers are in control or buyers. And you can see how it just changed to green because wherever the price is right now, the buyers were in control. And then I could see the percentage of the candle that was missing. I could tell what the percentage of buyers and sellers were. So I was trying to trade off just watching this. But you guys, it's the same thing as using these bars. But for some reason, I'm just so used to using the bars, the volume bars, and seeing the actual buyers and sellers compete against each other and move in time with the price action. So I'm just not used to looking at that. So even though I could, I just didn't. So I literally took a quick scalp in one candle and that I just saw that wick come in and I said, I'm out. So $64, I'm fine with that. I didn't want to keep trading it. And then look at here, we have these big wicks and this, I think there was like a $2 candle in here. Yeah, 9 to 11, that was a $2 candle and that wick. I have no business trading a stock I don't know with no volume bars, no levels, and $2 almost all wick. So I just said I'm done. I was happy with it. And of course, I left money on the table. So you guys let me know in the comments if you traded this. I'd love to know. I just wasn't comfortable and I don't like taking chances. I like my $64. I'll take it. All right. And then Nvidia was only $10. I just wasn't in the mood. And this is the one stock that I over traded when all I got was $10. And I was just trying to scalp. And I didn't understand why it was going up because at the time it had a little bit of bad sentiment. And so this happened, I think, on Friday. And I just was confused. And I like trading with sentiment. And this was just, I was waiting for it to go short. And it just never did right in this area. And I tried to trade it and didn't do it well. And again, I probably shouldn't come into a stock biased, and I did, and that is not good. When you go into a stock biased, you are not going to make money usually. So I kind of pulled my head out of my ass. I was down quite a bit here. Whoops. Oh God. Let me pull over here. So I pulled my head out of my ass, and right at the last minute, I got back all my losses and then made $10.37 right here. And it was just a couple quick scalps. And I was just done. Nvidia's earnings are coming up. I believe it's next week. And I have a lot of shares of this, so I make money on it anyways. And it's sitting at this high, and I don't want to chase it for the day into the high. And this all kept being the high. I'm not a chaser. I would rather sit on my hands. I know I left money on the table, and if any of you want to say it in the comments, that's fine. But I have some parameters that I go by, and one of them is don't chase into a high with no news. So that was it. And then ASTS, you guys, it did not trade well at earnings. You can see over here on my 15-minute chart right here at pre-market, it was going up a bit at pre-market, and then it went up from about 77.90-ish area in pre-market all the way up to 86. That was good. However, it's at an all-time high. I had known that it only made a profit once out of the last 17 earnings. So I was not comfortable trading this stock. I talked about it in the earnings video I did on Sunday, yesterday. So what I did is I decided just to do a few quick scalps in and out, completely in and out as fast as I could, because I did not want to give money away on this, especially when it's earnings. I just have a thing. I can't lose money on earnings when I know that it could be bad. And so to lose money on it just wouldn't do good for my psyche for the rest of the week. And I knew it. So I didn't want to take chances. I did it here, got $46, said good enough. Let's see what happens when it gets to earnings. And then look over here. I didn't even get in at usually you guys, when I trade earnings, I'll get in right before the close. So let's pull that up. And I just sat on my hands. It was not good. The price action it had gotten too high for the day. And so I just did not trust it. Look, it went all the way up and it started to pull back right at the close. And I knew that was people taking profits because they were probably worried. So it came way down here. That's quite a bit. It came down $3, went up. But you guys, the reason why this went up was not earnings. I'm going to show you. You got to watch this when you're trading earnings. So this is after hours. The spread was really high. There were like $2.50, $3 spreads, $4. I think I saw $4.50. Well, when you're getting a candle like this, it went from $84 to $86.91. It was $1.50 spread. So what happened? I remember looking up here thinking, oh my God, what is someone doing? Well, what they did is they bought right here, and they bought and the spread took them to here, right? They're in and out at $1.50 even each way. That they're getting in and getting out, and they drove the price up. And then someone else would see that. I'm assuming this is what happened. Then someone sees this big candle, they get in, but this guy probably gets out when that guy gets in. I don't know. And it starts plummeting. Well, a lot of this was the spread. Even this, I was watching the spread. It was huge. And they hadn't even announced earnings yet, and all this was happening. So I just said, nope, I'm done. I'm not even going to trade it. They didn't have good earnings, which I knew they wouldn't. And it was a bad loss as far as I feel. It was really bad. So I did not get involved in this. I think some people came in maybe thinking either they didn't read it. I don't know what they thought when they were buying it up here, but I stayed away. I'm proud that I sat on my hands because at earnings, I tend to jump right in. All right. And then right here, Palantir, I just took one quick scalp and it was only $3. It was so pathetic. It was not moving much. The candles were really tiny and there wasn't much volume. And I just thought, what am I doing? I'm trying to force trades is what I'm doing. So I just said, no, done, enough. I could sit and force trades and just maybe lose money, maybe make money. So I just quit on that. Now let's go over. All right, I had a little glitch in my my recording software, so I got my screen back up. All right, we're back on Circle here. So earnings happened before I woke up, like right before I woke up, which I'm actually kind of glad it did because look, it just dumped. I literally got to my computer right about 3:30 and it had already dumped. So even though they had better than expected earnings, it dumped at first and then it just whipsawed around. I just didn't touch it at all. Now, I should have probably come back and looked at this because let's pull this over. So they did dump here right at the open and then they came back because they had good earnings. And then there were some news articles that came out. There was some posts that came out. So it did end up coming up, but I had already moved on. So I just didn't trade it. I'm now wishing, of course, that I did, but I'll keep this on my watch list for tomorrow. And you guys, everything on earnings Monday PM over here to the left, everything that's here, I'm going to go ahead and watch tomorrow. Oh, look at BuzzFeed had earnings. Let's look. I just am now seeing this. Interesting. Oh, well, it traded nothing, 72 cents, and then went to $2. Okay, this just goes to show you guys if you don't have the money to trade larger companies, look, this went from 72 all the way up to 227. They had earnings, and they also announced a majority stake investment by whoever's family. Okay, so you can always trade earnings, and look what happened. I mean, they missed, but it still went up, and then they had that announcement. So I wouldn't just stop watching these stocks just because they're lower priced. I would definitely keep them on your watch list. All right, you guys, tomorrow I'm going to show you the watch list for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Let me close this down right here. Tuesday, we got tomorrow morning. We've got quite a few here. I'm going to definitely be watching JD.com. And then, because they've had 17 out of 17 good earnings. However, it doesn't really move much if I remember. So I'll have to get up in the morning and really watch that. They might actually announce really super early. So Oklo and NXT. I'll be watching OKLO and NXT for sure. But Capper, sorry, I call it Capper. It's whatever, Capricorn Therapeutics. They've actually moved on earnings before, so I'll definitely be watching that. And then nothing else that I'm watching in here, just the NXT for sure. They've had 17 out of 17 good earnings, so I want to watch that. Now, today it went from 125 to 135. I probably should have been trading it today. And then it's dropped way down, so I'll have to dive into the news and see what happened. And that could be, it might work out good because if it dumped back down to where it opened today, it could ride back up then. So that'll be an interesting one to watch. All right, guys, let me know what you did today. Let me know if you did anything pre-market or if you caught any earnings. It'd be great to know. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.